I got 2 blicks roll plus a blunt in my hand. K-A-C-E, can it count to the end? Cause we stay low, Holly stick to the plan. We've been mixing in that kitchen, ramen straight out the pan, let's rock.
Special little nigga and I'm flowing on these chill beats. Nigga shit so cold, got them cooling with those shield feet. But not to be discreet, so I'm loud and I'm bashful, still casual, that's what that cash do, bitch, I'm a handful, I cut that grass too. I'm wise and my eyes are focused on cash like devise it, I tiger, get paid to win, now is that fair? Shit, whatever gets a buck, man, this week got me stuck like I'm on another planet and I'm chilling with the natives.
Hey guys, this video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more serious. So a little disclaimer, this video is not to, one, bash anybody. This video is not a video for like pity. This video is simply to spread awareness about something that happened to me personally. I'm only going to be sharing my half of what happened, how I experienced everything, and yeah, I'm also going to be doing my makeup. So I know you guys are probably looking at the title like, what the fuck, Shay? Oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened to you. I'm just going to walk you guys through basically that day, what happened, the good parts of the day, the bad parts of the day. Where do I begin? So this day, I was with a group of my folks. One of those folks being my ex. This was the day of Caribbean Fest. Yeah, start off the morning. We was making our plans for the day. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go do this. I think at first he didn't even want me to come. During this like summer 2019, I was going through a lot, I will admit. And so like, yeah, our relationship was pretty much on rocks. And that's gonna like make sense later down the line. I had never been to a Caribbean Fest, and this is back when I participated in these things. We drinking, we basically just pre-gaming for the activity because we know it's gonna be lit. We're at his folks' house because we're waiting on another person. And then after that, we have to drive to go pick up another person. And then at that point, everybody's ready to leave the house. And this is when I seen like, damn, like this is a big deal because I had never participated in a Caribbean Fest, so I didn't really know like what to expect. Damn, like I came here in like a fucking, I literally remember I had on these like slide sandals, like the Jesus sandals. Side note, I was already uncomfortable for I'm not gonna lie, because I found out like later on during the day or maybe before that, but my then boyfriend had sexual intercourse with this girl we were going to go pick up. When I say her ass was beyond me, her ass was beyond me. Like, I had never seen an ass that fat. Like, okay. So right now, you see, like, right now, it's something. Back then, I didn't have no ass. Like, not gonna cap, I'm feeling a little insecure because, like I said, she's dressed up, she's looking beautiful. The attire that you wear to the Caribbean Fest, which I think is so beautiful. Now, I could go because I have the confidence that I have now. But back then, I was just so insecure. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard not to look at her ass. So we're going throughout the day. At this point, we're at the Caribbean Fest. So the Caribbean Fest was actually cool. Like, although I will say a little story time within a story time. That day it was actually hot as shit. I'm gonna warn you guys, it gets a little toxic here with the relationship that I was in before. We're gonna tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Honestly, it was the type of situation where I was there, but I knew that he didn't really want me there. Like, I was really just there by force, to be honest. My ex was the type of person that would let you know that your presence was not wanted for real. Next thing you know, I ended up passing the fuck out. This was like the first bad thing that happened to me this day. Everybody know that it's hot and shit, so they had their little ambulance security people come to me. They ended up doing this thing that actually hurt like fuck. Like, he like snapped it, cause like before he did that, I was literally out of it. Like when I say out of it, I mean out of it. The irony in it all. He asked me if I wanted to go to the hospital, and I said no. Little did we know later on. Anyways, so he asked me that and I'm like, nah, I'm good. And so at this point, note, toxic, my then boyfriend starts to get mad at me because I passed out. And he's like, bruh, see, I told you not to come. da 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 da. Little do we know, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I may get a little emotional through this. Like, this is the first time that, like, I can wholeheartedly tell a story where I've healed all the way, you know what I mean? And so, like, looking back at, like, the little details that happened throughout the day, it's just like, wow, like it just makes you think, like, what would have happened if I didn't go and it went this way, like, you know what I mean? He's like, oh, I told you not to come, bro, you're embarrassing, like, basically saying all this shit to me, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? I literally could have just died. Hence, wink, motherfucking wink. I literally could have just died, and you're getting mad about me passing out as if I did it on purpose. Like I said, I literally just passed the fuck out. He ended up just sitting in the car with me, I guess. So what ended up happening, I did something with the keys. So he didn't sit in the car with me because he wanted to sit in the car with me. I guess the Caribbean Fest was over. He did end up going back, but the part that fucking sucked about it, we bought tickets literally like 30 minutes, 10 minutes before the concert was over. Like, at that point, I really did feel like shit. And so, at that point, we drive back around our way. At this point, everybody's like, yeah, da-da-da-da, let's go to this little party thing. I want to say it was a Saturday. At this point, yeah, we're at the place now. The place where everything gets unchy and crunchy. So, we're seeing some of his other folk. Like I said, homeboy is still mad at me. So, the whole time, like, we're not even talking to each other for real. We dropped the other girl off at home at the Caribbean Fest. We inside the little place and whatnot. Place that just turned into like a little tee-up spot for everybody at night. Yeah, like me and the girl, we teeing up. You know, she trying to make sure I'm having a good time. I'm trying to make sure she having a good time. I feel like towards the end of the day, when all this dumb shit happened, that was probably when I was enjoying my day the most, for real, for real. It just got to a point for me where I really didn't give a fuck if homeboy was mad. At this point, I'm just thinking in my head, like, bro, you want to be mad so bad, go be mad. So basically, right, by the end of the little function and whatnot, I started noticing this girl, like, this girl is just maxing out. She's talking about something, oh, I lost my phone. She's like going around to people, like touching on them, like trying to get in people's purses. I'm just like, sweetie, what are you doing? So she comes up to my man at the time, and she's like feeling on him. I mean, like crotch area. So I'm like, alright, what's going on? So I get to going on shawty. I'm like, bruh, get the fuck off my nigga. Like, what are you doing? I am not a real, like, confrontational person. I don't really enjoy, like, beating ass. And I'm just like, shawty, like, I need you to calm down. Because what are you doing? These little people, seeing that the people I was with at the time was getting a little come up. Saying, like, getting a little shebang bang in the pockets. Yeah, like, they peeped that, they seen that, they robbed that, they schemed that, they took that. If anything, me being me, I thought that niggas was just finna duke it out. I didn't really think that it was gonna come down to gun violence. Especially, like, I mean, I'm saying this, like, being from Detroit, gun violence happens all the time. Like, I don't know, I just feel like Detroit people and Maryland people are two different type of people. Like I said, this is where we kind of fucked up as a group. If you're paying attention, like I said, we have been drinking all day. We have been smoking all day. One of the folks, he walks up to, you know, go try to help de-escalate the situation. Okay, hold on, I got a call. Hello? Oh, hey David, how are you? Alright, no problem, thank you. That was the job. Sorry about that. The girl, like, she's over here distracting us. Like, we're just not really seeing what's going on the other end, if you get what I'm saying. My ex, he peeps, like, he really peeps what's going on. And I kind of had already peeped it too, but I just wasn't thinking nothing of it. Sitting here, like, they're getting robbed, but I'm sitting here thinking, they're probably just talking. Like, I'm sitting here thinking these are probably more folks. My ex, he's like, he tries to go get everybody else and, like, tell them, bro, just come to the car. They're probably thinking it's as simple as duking it out. You don't know how grimy some niggas can really be. And I really think that that's probably the biggest lesson of it all. You never know what somebody else has on their noggin. Nobody's not really listening to him for real. Like, he's probably more sober than all of us. The way I'm imagining that it happened was that everybody just seen it and just tried to get the fuck as soon as possible. My ex is saying to his folks, he's like, yeah, bro, give me the car keys. like, we need to go. Like, he's telling them we need to go. And like I said, nobody's really like keying in to what's really happening. The way that it is, the car is right here. The car is a pickup truck. If y'all can see me, I'm pretty short. I'm only like 5. Imagine it, way taller than me. My ex, he's like standing right here. I'm like right here. He literally has like his hand on the car handle trying to open the door. The doors are locked. All you just hear is boom, 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 boom. All you hear is shots. And so I'm like, oh, we both look at each other like, bruh, yo, is this really happening right now? Next thing I know, bro, this nigga gets to whoosh, pulling me down, held each other's arms like, bro, this is not a drill, like, get the fuck down. The way that everything is happening, there's bullets coming from this way, bullets coming from this way, there's bullets coming from this way. More of the bullets are hitting the front of the car. We're more so towards the back of the car. A bullet does not have a name attached to it. A bullet could go anywhere. I'm just like, oh shit, like, we're literally just laying on the floor. My whole life is flashing before me. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm thinking about my family, you know, and at that point in time, like I said, I'm going through a lot. Me and my family are not really good at this moment. So I'm like, fuck, like, bro, like, this cannot be my last day. Like, I'm sorry. I'm getting out of breath, y'all, because it's a lot to talk about. And I'm pretty sure, like, he's thinking his own shit as well. And the way shit is mapping out at this point, his body is, like, over mine. I'll never forget. Will always, like, love him for that. That's what I'm saying. The PTSD and stuff that comes along with this, I think about it so many different ways, how so many other things could have played out a whole different way. The way that I was angled before, where majority of the shots were coming in the front of the car, the way that we were like ducked down, the way that shit could have happened before, if he hadn't thought of laying down, because I wouldn't have thought of it, I'm not gonna lie, but the way shit could have played out, I probably would have got a hit in my rib. But the way this shit ended up playing out, honestly, y'all, I still got hit. And I didn't get hit to the point where the bullet hole went all the way through for me. Let me just show you guys. This is the scar that it left me with. The doctors told me I was real lucky. Like, that whole hospital experience was even more traumatizing, to be real. So after I got shot, basically what happened was that my ex, he just waited till everybody pulled off. And then he just, like, when I say he literally picked up my body and, like, just carried me to safety, like, literally, like, just ran with me in his arms. Like, the way that bullet felt for me, at first, all the adrenaline started to rush when I got hit. But I didn't realize that I actually got hit until I looked down, and then I seen all my blood everywhere and a chunk of my meat missing. I just remember, like, screaming, like, I name dropped. And I just had to lay there for, like, a good couple of minutes, to be honest with y'all, until the goons left, for real. And the way that shit happened, you know, I get hit, I don't feel it until a couple of seconds after. I'm just like, damn, like, did I get hit anywhere else? Because when that shit hit, I promise you I didn't feel it. When I did feel it, all I felt was that it just got, like, that area of my body, it just got real hot. But like I said, my hospital experience after the fact was very shitty. And this just goes to show, like, the lack of care when it comes to black women. I went into that place. They left my wound exposed for 3 hours. Threatened to kick me out the hospital. Yes, I'm not capping. Threatened to kick me out the hospital because I got upset with them. And I was just like, bruh, like, you niggas are on, like, when I say I could literally hear them on Snapchat, they would come into the room and they're telling me, yeah, like, we'll be with you, give us like 30 minutes. I had just got shot, and I literally walked out to the hallway to see if there were even any other fucking patients. There was only 3 of us in there at the time. All 15 of y'all are helping patients, so y'all can't help me. The, like, actual detectives, bro, first and last time I even heard from the niggas was in that hospital. They didn't ask me, like, anything other than, did you see who did it? And I told them the truth. I said, no, I did not see who did it. There was no follow-up after the fact. And when I say follow-up, I mean to even let me know if they were going to investigate further. And that's what I'm saying, like, this whole video, honestly, y'all, it's really just to spread awareness towards the fact that Black people, my community, and yes, I can speak on this because I was in this position, my community, we need to learn how to love each other a little bit more, man. I had recently just went through a phase where I counted how many people have passed away that I grew up with. Long live Grip, long live Kelvin. People that I was associated with in college. Long live Alex, long live Manny. One was not due to gun violence. When you even consider shooting or participating in gun violence, I need you guys to look at a face like mine and just know that, for one, I'm okay now. Like, realistically speaking, let that bullet have hit differently for me. When I tell y'all the trickle-down effect that you niggas don't even... I hate to talk like this because I feel like this is like my... Like I said, my street side coming out. But realistically speaking, man, when I tell you niggas couldn't even fathom the trickle-down effect that y'all niggas would have had on me and my life and my family, had that bullet hit the wrong way for me, bro, y'all really need to think. I guarantee you, man, in the long run, this shit is not worth it. I can promise you that. And on top of that, it's like, you niggas really tried to take down a bad bitch. You niggas really tried, y'all almost took out a bad bitch. You guys, that is the end of my story time. Like I said, this video was definitely meant to be an informative video. So, if you got this far, I really hope that it shed light to some things for you. I hope that it brought a level of awareness to yourself, and just how I used to have nightmares and night terrors about what happened to me. To the people that's shooting, to the people that's participating in that type of way, I know you had them nightmares just how I had them nightmares. Think about it. It ain't worth it. Alright. Well, guys, that's the end of my video. Share your experience with me if you would like. Always here to talk, always here to be an ear. And I hope that me sharing a little bit of my life and my story helped you guys as well. Shizzyshay, we out today.